Hello and welcome to today's episode of Bread Bowl and Bread Bowl audio for our podcast listeners. Today, we have a very interesting topic which is very much discussed, I guess. The difference between using a MacBook and using a Windows computer. And for me, my experience with using both. To start this, I'd like to base it off the fact that I used basically Windows computers forever until 2017, I think. It might have been last year, I don't know. 2017, 2018, something like that. I got a MacBook. And I think it was 17 actually, but either way. I got a MacBook, and the thing about it was just, it was so much better than a Windows computer. MacBooks are way better than Windows computers ever will be. I know there's people out there that are like, oh, blah, 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 but there's so much better they last. They actually last more than a year, and they just work better. There's more things you can do that won't kill your computer in 2 seconds with a MacBook, and just overall, in general, I have enjoyed having a MacBook so much more than any of the Windows computers that I had. Every Windows computer that I had basically had some issue that ultimately destroyed it. One of them that I had, they all seem to get some whack viruses, even with having antivirus protection. Now, I had one of them I literally got and broke a month later for no reason. It just stopped working. It genuinely just wouldn't turn on. And I'm just like, what? Well, not that it wouldn't turn on, it just wouldn't do anything. It would just be on the home or the login screen and just not work. So we had that issue with that computer. My parents had a Windows computer themselves that it was just their laptop specifically, which would never turn on, or not that it would never turn on, it would be really slow when it would turn on. We did have one computer that lasted for a long time, but then it broke and it overheated every time you used it. And then the most recent Windows computer, because I got my MacBook at the same time my parents got a desktop Windows computer, which is oh, this one's gonna be cool. It lasted about a year, and when there was something, it was antivirus protection we had. It was Kaspersky was our virus protection, which personally, I thought it was fine, but I don't know, it was made by some Russian company, or it is a Russian company, and there was the whole Russia's buying on everybody's phones and computers or something. So Best Buy wasn't going to sell it anymore, and that's where we got the computer from. So we bought a antivirus protection from Best Buy, which turned out to break the computer. So that was a thing that we had happen. So in general, there's issues with that, where for myself using my MacBook, it's so much better. Everything about it, Apple's own antivirus protection, which is built into your system, built into the hardware, really, really works well. I haven't really had any issues with that. And just in general, it's just been a lot easier for when I, make videos or something. I can transfer the files really quick and everything just between that. The integration between the devices is so much better, where it's so hard, even if you use a Android phone with a Windows computer, it still has issues that you just don't necessarily have with, using the iPhone to a MacBook. It's integrated so well, and everything just really, really works the way you want it to. So, in general, my experience has been really, really good with MacBooks and really, really bad with Windows computers. So that's that. I wouldn't get a Windows computer. I don't like Windows at all. I don't like Microsoft. I don't like their product. I think that they're just really not as good quality, or not as good of a quality product as the other companies are. That's the same thing for video games. I'd rather have a PlayStation than an Xbox, just because they're not as good quality, and it's just, you know, how I feel about that. So that's my thing. Windows products, Microsoft products in general, I'm not a fan of. So thank you all for watching on YouTube and listening on our podcast. We'll be back with more videos and topics very, very soon. So yeah.